I bet that you can't find something that was not made in China before me. Ready? Set?
Teacher Valerie here. I hope you're still alive. Oh no! Bring a mom! Bring a mom! Bring a mom! So embarrassing. Sorry. Go when's gone.
Do you want to join in our class?
Get to know a little bit more about your teacher, I think. I'm ready, bring it on.
Hello everybody, this is Teacher Valerie, and today I'd like you to do something with me, okay? Go back to where your backpack is or where your school stuff is and bring me your pencil case, your backpack, books, pencils, pens, highlighters, anything. Look for some toys and then some games, board games, cards, and of course your cell phones as well, okay? All right, do you have it all around you now? Okay, so here's a thing we're gonna do. It's a little competition, okay? I bet that you can't find something that was not made in China before me. Ready, set, go. This part you're gonna put the music and all of that and this was made in China, of course, okay. This was made in China. This was made, I don't know where. What's that noise? That's my daughter crunching on her cereal. Okay. This was made in China. Right there. Made in the USA. Did I win? What, you beat me? I'm not doing that again. Okay, so the little stuffed animal was made in China, and this red board marker was made in the USA. Today, we'll be talking about the passive voice. Hashtag made in China. So, the passive voice is not a verbal tense as opposed to the past or the present or the future, okay? But you can have future and past and present passive voice, okay? The passive voice is a structure that is used when the action is a lot more important than the doer of the action, okay? It is also used when the doer of the action is very obvious from the context and you do not need to mention it, okay? For example, in the example we just found, right? This marker was made in the USA by marker workers? I don't know. So here's another example for you, right there. 1 billion drinks are sold every day all around the world. So let's break it down. 1 billion drinks, the subject, are sold, son vendidos. You wouldn't be able to say is sold, es vendido, because we're talking about 1 billion drinks. Respect the subject, respect the number, okay? Every day all over the world. By whom, I wonder? Is it relevant? By different vendors all over the world? It's not important, so we omit it. We do not mention it, okay? Now let's have a look at the following example. Okay. The Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. Now looky here. The Mona Lisa, that is our subject, what we're talking about, okay, was painted, fue pintada, by Da Vinci. To introduce the doer, the maker, then we use the preposition by. Okay? Is it recording? So this would be the sentence I just showed you, but in the active voice. That is when there is an actor or a doer, an agent that carries out the action. That is the way most sentences look like, okay? So have a look at this. Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa, as opposed to the Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci, okay? So let's have a look at all the elements that a sentence in the passive voice needs to contain to be correct. And a quick revision. In the passive voice, the action is more important than the agent that carries it out, or else the place or the time when this happens. The doer is very obvious from the context, so you do not need to mention him or her. And this is a very important grammar point right here. We use the verb to be. Remember how we switch places between the subject and the object? But also after that, we need to use the correct form of the verb to be. This is incredibly important. The verb to be will tell me the time and sometimes even the number. Okay? It is not the same to use is than to use are, or to use was than to use were. Okay? And the main verb, painted in the previous case, is always used in the past participle. If you ever think that the passive voice is not important, remember, look where things come from or where they were made. What other things do you know that were made in China? And can you find anything in your house that was made in Argentina? What is the most exotic country that you can find a product of in your house? I did my eyebrows today, can you tell? Okay, so that was all for today. Don't forget to click and subscribe and follow me on our next video. See you next class. Bye.